So yeah, we are like doing this a session just to bring the awareness of how we can integrate the LLMs to build the intelligent apps. So our context is from the development perspective. Just to set the context, it's not about how we can use this Chat GPT, Claude, or Mixtral to generate the code. It's not about that part. It's not about the application of Chat GPT, Claude. But here, how we can utilize the models such as GPT or GPT by OpenAI or Claude by Anthropic or Mixtral by Mistral. So we have like a lot of models or like Llama by Facebook, and how we can use that in our apps. Either it can be a front-end app or back-end apps. Like this is focused on front-end, but we'll be giving the context and we'll be giving the examples as well. Because whatever we are working on, so I'm working for this company where we're building this complete app, and for like major chunk of our backend development is based on LLM as well. So we'll be giving you trade-offs as well, what is better, what is not, and all those things. So yeah, that's what like it is about. It's not about, we're not going too much deep about like what is AI, what is LLM. We'll just like covering on the top. We want to focus on the application. Sorry, can everyone mute themselves? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so yeah, we are focusing on the application side, how you can utilize these LLMs to build the intelligent apps. Now, moving forward, who are we, right? So as I mentioned earlier, my name is Tajammul Pasha. I'm currently working as a full stack engineer at this startup called as P0. We are into security domain. We are building this security API tool, and that's the one part of it. I have like 6+ years of experience. I have worked at like Innovator, Accolade, ThoughtWorks in my, these are like previous companies. And on side we do I lead as an instructor for this uh, institute called Access. Access is like we are like running Access like from past 5 to 6 years, where we have ran like almost 10 to 15 batches till now, and we teach like this front-end development, back-end development, mostly development courses there. So we will come across about Access in the later part of the session. Can everyone just like go on mute? That would be helpful. Yeah, thanks again. Yeah, so that's about me, and like here is my friend Salman Khan. You can just like see Salman. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, Tribal. So yeah, my name is Salman. So I work as a full stack developer at Inspera. So Inspera is a digital assessment platform. I think many people have come across that we raise an IELTS exam uh, to take the test to go to the like abroad to the study. So those platform is like called Inspera, and in the Inspera I work as a full stack developer. Apart from that one, yeah, I'm also like an instructor at Access. Uh, I was also like paused. I worked on P0, like which way Tajamul is working, and then I worked on Ron also as a mobile engineer. Yeah, and Microsoft. So I do have a 6+ years of experience in the development, and similarly like in the training too.
Great, awesome. So let's continue then. So we'll just like start. We'll start off with the very basic stuff. What is AI? What is LLM? Just to again set the context. I know everyone has used ChatGPT here. I'm just like assuming everyone has used like ChatGPT, so you know like a bit of what exactly LLM and how it is useful. But just to again set the context, and we are moving in the right direction. Let's start with what is AI again. So I don't want to keep this a session where I'm the only person who is speaking. I just want to open this like open the conversation in betweens as well. So if anyone knows what is AI, can just like go ahead and unmute yourself and answer. Does anyone know what is AI? Yes, again, go ahead.
Training the machines,
Training the machines. Okay, what kind of machines?
computers.
Exactly. So in short, AI like stands for artificial intelligence. It's basically making the machines intelligent, so that it acts like it has some sort of human intelligence to take like a proper decisions to complete the tasks. So in layman terms, it's like teaching computers how to think, and like that will help us to make the decisions for a very specific way. And how does like this AI will actually train, how do we train this AI models with, like, we use like a large amount of data to train this so that they have like a proper data set to make like intelligent decisions. Okay, now this AI is a very broad term. If you just like go into AI, there are like a lot of different domains. We have data analytics, we have data engineering, data science. But uh, nowadays what we are seeing is like one use case of AI is like something called as LLM, right? Now, yeah. So now, does anyone know what exactly LLM is?
Full form is large language models, which are
Excellent.
like,
So LLM is like a large language model. And now what exactly that do?
uh, yeah, it has a like lot of data which on it's trained and ready to use to address the uh, yeah different problems.
Excellent. Yeah, as Wasim said, so LLMs, see, LLMs is one of the application of AI. What exactly LLM is? It is a text-based tool. What we'll be having like a model, and we have like billion, trillion amount of data, which this model is trained on, right? When we say model, it's nothing but just a program, right? And it is, when we say LLM, large language model, it is like a text-based, right? It's like one of the domain of the AI. And if you want to generate some output, if you want to generate some output based on like a simple language, right? NLP, using NLP, just put it in plain English or Hindi, or it doesn't matter. It based on like whatever the data the LLM is trained on, it will give you the results, right? Now the accuracy of results will depend on the kind of data it has trained on, right? So as like most of you said here, LLM stands for large language model, and it like trained on like a vast amounts of data. Uh, can some, everyone go on mute again? There is like a bit of disturbance. Yeah, thanks again. So these models can understand, generate, and manipulate human-like text in various languages. Okay. So now again, I don't want to go too much technical on LLMs AI. I just want again just to set the context. We are going through what is AI, what is LLM. Now, what are the some of the examples of LLMs? You might have heard about like GPT, which got created by OpenAI, and we have something called as Claude by Anthropic, and we have Llama, which is by Meta, and Mixtral by Mistral, and there are like lot of models, lot of LLM models, which like owned by different companies. We even have Gemini by Google. So some of the models are open source, and some of the models are closed source. For example, we have a Llama by Meta or like Facebook, which is an open source model. You can just download a complete model. You can tinker with it, but you can't do the same thing with the GPT by OpenAI, because OpenAI's GPT is a closed source, right? Now you might be kind of in a confusion. So what exactly is GPT and what is Chat GPT? Whether both are same or like those are different, we'll come to that. Okay. So GPT is a model. Again, that's a program which is a LLM. Now Chat GPT is a program built on GPT, right? If you want to access the GPT power, or like if you want to harness the power of GPT, so you will be using Chat GPT. Okay, so that's the whole idea. So yeah, that's AI, that's LLM. Now coming to so what, how this LLM is how this LLM is getting used in the development, and what are the LLM powered tools we have in development, right? Salman, you want to explain this?
Yeah, sure. So I think like as Tajammul said, right, we have LLMs, like, so LLM models are there, but in as of now already that these models are in real time, like we are using the in daily basis. For example, we have an cursor. How many of you know cursor? Like how many of you use the cursor? This is an ID, just like as we use, right, VS Code or like Sublime or like other, yeah. So this is a cursor. So I think, yeah, Azim has used the cursor. So what is the use of the cursor? So what makes it different from the other editor is, it will be like, it will make the developer cycle very easy, right? It will suggest auto suggest of the coding patterns, components, designs, and so based on our like previous, like whatever the written code, existing code, it will suggest the same patterns, the same, the style of writing the code. All right. And if we are making any kind of an errors, right, for example linting errors, some of the like validation errors, those kind of errors, right, we can avoid. So basically the developer what like developer, they used to take the time to write the code earlier days, and nowadays is compared to like it is become like more like easy and fast also, I can say fast also, because these tools makes very life easy, and some of the plugins are also there, I think. Copilot, I think GitHub Copilot, many of people have used that one, right? That will also auto suggest a code based on the existing code. And if you wanted to write any kind of a, for example, I need to write a component, I can just give the instruction that I wanted to write a component using these props and using this data. Or for example, I'm writing the database queries also, right? I can just give the prompt instructions to that one Copilot, then automatically it will suggest the code itself. And similarly, like we have many things, right? As like image generation is also there, right? Mid journey, all those things are there. These are the LLM powered tools which are already in the market, like which we are using, but we don't know that it is an like LLM powered tools, or like it is an AI, or it is something, right? So these comes in the category of LLM powered tools in the development. It is not related to front end development or a back end development or any stack. It will be like for all everything. If you're using a Python, if you're using Java, if you're using React, JavaScript, right, Go, Ruby on Rails, anything. These are the like plugins or IDEs we can use. So yeah,
And I'm yes, yeah, I'm pretty curious about to know like how many of you have used either Cursor or GitHub Copilot. Okay, so Azim has mentioned like he has used it, and has anyone used a GitHub Copilot? Yes, no. You can either you can unmute yourself and talk, or you can just put it in chat. That would be also okay. So if you have not used, I can give a very quick demo just to show you how we can harness GitHub Copilot. Yeah, okay. So let's do a very quick demo. Okay, I already have this GitHub Copilot installed in my IDE. Okay, so yeah, let me just zoom it a bit. Okay, so don't worry about like all the files here. Let me just give you a quick. I'll just like create a simple demo.js file. I'm using like JavaScript here. See, now the advantage of GitHub Copilot is, let's assume I want to write a function, okay, which does like something. For example, I'll just let me write a function which converts the date in a from a UTC format to IST format. UTC is a standard format. From that format to I want to convert to a IST. So if you want to do this, you have to install like different kind of libraries. You have to scratch your head. You have to Google the things. But how Copilot makes it easy is you can just write a comment here, and it will help us to generate the code. Let's try it out. So if I just like say slash uh, function to convert UTC to IST. Okay, I'll just do this. Now I'll wait. See, it's just like suggesting me. If I hit tab and hit enter, it gives me complete function. Now literally I can just put the UTC here, and I can just like call this function here, convert UTC, and like pass whatever the UTC timestamp you want, and it will give me the IST timestamp. So this is like a very simple, very simple example of this. But if you are working as a backend engineer, probably you might be working with Django, Flask, or you're using Spring Boot, or you're like even like working in Node.js, then it will help you to write the complete boilerplate of your APIs, right? Although, see, one trade-off between all this kind of tools is you're like not sure whatever the code it's generating is correct or not, right? You have to verify that, right? But most of the time it will give you a head start to write your code. Now for example, let's assume I want to write a API. Okay, I want to write a API in Node.js and Express to get all the users list. So what I'll do is I'll just like say API to fetch all the orders. Okay, all the orders from the DB. I'll just do this, and see it starts suggesting me things. Okay, so I can just like say app.get orders, like you do this, get. Based on this, you can either modify it, right? So you can just like say, okay, I don't want to do this. I want to probably process the orders. So I'll just like say process orders, and I'll pass. And again, you can write like one more function like this. But the basic idea about this is this Copilot actually helps you to generate the code. Now this is a plugin. If you want to install Copilot, you can just go here and do GitHub Copilot, and you can just like install it here. Okay, so that will actually help you to do it. So we have like a lot of tools like this. Now this is like one example, but like as Salman said, we have a Cursor, which is like a AI IDE. We even have something called a Z. Let me just show you that as well here.
And just to like add to the Jamul point, these are paid. Okay, some of like ChatGPT is also free, right? And when you go to the paid subscription, like we'll get a more advantage, right? We can call like multiple prompts we can write, right? So similarly, like Cursor is also like paid is also there. For free also is there. Okay, GitHub Copilot, I think 1 month free trial they will give.
Yeah.
So yeah,
See,
like
this
we
Cursor is also
can
free. You can use this, and it is like kind of fork of the VS Code, but it does like a lot of things internally. It will suggest you the code, and your development will be faster. Okay. So I hope like everyone now have idea what exactly not be able to do. Yes, as Upsar says, it's like a valid point. If you are like fresher, if you are a fresher, if you use Copilot, your what you call even though you will complete your work, but you will be not getting the experience, right? You'll be not getting your you'll be just like hitting tabs, 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 and you assume like it will work. That's it, right? It's not better. Like once you have like, once you gained experience, like 2 to 3 years of experience, then using Copilot will be helpful. Yeah, that's a good point to add. Yeah. Uh,
basically like here we speak about the LLMs, like how
yeah,
it will help. There is a like it is kind of a double-edged sword. Okay, if the fresher were using and too much addicted to these tools, then they won't learn anything. If the senior experienced developers, if they use this one, basically it speeds up the development,
yeah,
enhances the like kind of an experience, right? Reduce human errors, all those things will be there. But if the fresher or if the student like who is not learn the development any kind of a language, suddenly like he jumps and use started using these kind of tools, right? It will be like kind of for him that he won't learn much about the development program, but he will be dependent on these things. So it will be useful when we are like know the basics of the language programming, and then we use to just speed up the development process. These LLMs will help basically for the developer to generate the boiler code. And for example, if you wanted to write complex algorithms, right, at least we can get the structure easily with a less amount of a time. Then remaining things we can figure it out. And whatever like you said, it comes under like some of the like drawbacks of like using these kind of a tools also, right? So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to go. Yeah, thanks. That's it.
yeah, great. Awesome. Yeah, so moving forward, so that's like what development tools we have, right? So there are like a lot of AI tools. I don't want to focus on like other AI tools since this is focused on AI development LLMs. I just want to, set a boundary there. Okay, still there are like a lot of stuff. And if you're working in a front end, let's assume you want to what you call you need like images for your website, right? And you will search images, and whatever the images you will download, either they will be having a copyright issue or like you'll be not getting exact images. Although there are free resources such as Unsplash and all those things, but still pretty hard to get exact image whatever you want, right? If that's kind of case, you can just like generate the images by using Midjourney, Dali, or like Jasper Art. We have like a lot of, again, we have like a lot of websites or like programs which does this, but like pretty famous are these two. And we have like something called a stable diffusion model as well, which does like similar kind of thing. Now coming back to again, just a quick poll. How many of you have heard of like this Midjourney? Yes, no. Have you heard of like Midjourney or like any of these? Yeah. Okay, so since like most of you have heard about it, I will not go into its demo. Okay, so yeah, uh, moving ahead, like yeah. So what are the future trends on AI and web development? Salman, again, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, Tajammul. Okay. So yeah, future trends is like AI driven design tools. For example, we have a Copilot, right? Similarly, like in the Figma and the Adobe, like we are using these kind of things. So it will help to give the layouts. So it will get the better the whenever like the designer is using these kind of a tools, right, in the designing, right, it will help the like speed of the like same design process. Okay, so it enhances the user experience also, right? For example, while creating some of the user experience like predictive text, like some product recommendations which we wanted to write. For example, designing an e-commerce application, so it will use some of the like available templates, correct. So the user can like use, so as Tajammul said, some of the images generation, right? So we don't want it to use in our product that copyright issues, images or something. So all those things can be like fast done in the future, right? So in the design tools already they are integrating, but still a lot of things they are doing apart from the image one. So video editing, all those things, right? Audio enhancing, correct. So audio generation. So these are all things coming in the design perspective, right? And coming to the web experiences, as I said, right? Similarly, like improve the accessibilities. If you know, right? For example, accessibility comes under in the when we develop a web app or a website, right? Though physically challenged people also can use our product. That's the way they develop the applications, right? So there, in the more personalized way of web experiences, we add accessibilities. In the accessibilities also, the AI models can automatically like generate the text for the images, correct? And some of the like improving the like accessibility for the visually impaired like users, right? All those things comes under this one. And as Tajammul said, also covered, right? Increase the use in low code and no code platforms. We have like many low code and no code platforms. Can anyone can give the example for low code and no code platforms? Wix.
Our platform.
Yeah, Wix, you right. So Wix we use, right, to like Wix. We use like nowadays I think WordPress also we are using, but more is like Wix, where and Framer is also is there, right? So where we use that to design the websites and web apps. No need to develop the website, not web apps, especially like small websites like college, school websites, or some of the web apps as like which we wanted to test it in the product. Where I'm a user, like I'm a startup co-founder. I wanted to have the website for our company, or I have a product. I wanted to test it in the market that it will click or not, right? So that time no need to build a complete web application using the front end, back end, mobile apps. We can go with these kind of, right. So these are the like already we have a use in like low code no code platforms, but in the future there are like many ways they are like in a way that we can build the mobile apps also, right, web apps also. So these are the future trends in AI and web development. This doesn't mean that the development will be uh, replaced with these AI tools, but yeah, but it will add an advantage. It will speed up the process, and it will be like a more effective way that we can focus on the problem solving than writing the code or something. So yeah, this is about the like in the future trends, in the like future trends, like what the AI and LLM will be in the development, like how it will be used in the development process to make like speed up the development process, or like have the better scalability products and everything.
Yeah, to add like one more point, like with what like Salman said, regarding this increased use in low code or no code platforms, this actually helps
So my name
yeah, this actually helps the increase of like productivity of like designers, right? Usually what happens nowadays is designers rely on developers even like to build a small website as well. Now what is happening is now the current company which I work for, so we have a designer who actually maintains the complete website, right? Whatever the website company website we have, he is designing that website in the Figma, and he actually creating the same website in a framer. Okay, so developers are not involved, and the advantage of that is we can focus on the back end work. We can focus on the building like a front end app work, whatever our thing is present. We don't have to much focus on the website, which is like a small part of our business, right? So that's like actually helping the productivity of the designers, and which in turn saves like developers time, right?
निकल रही है.
Okay, so yeah, moving ahead.
I think we can show a demo, I think.
Yeah. So now coming to the actual crux of this webinar is how we can utilize this LLMs, right? Either we can use like a GPT by OpenAI, or like Claude by Anthropic, or like any other LLMs to build like intelligent apps, right? You can use this LLMs like on a front end, on a back end, or like any part of your stack, and how you can enhance the user experience, and how you can build the features which are like kind of intelligent, right? So one of the basic example is we have like one app that is like this. We call it as a mode. It's an intelligent journaling app. So due to time crunch, we have like only one app. We wanted to demo like at least two to three. But since we were like busy. We'll come across like why we were busy, but we have like one app. I will be showing. The voice is low. This is for everyone, or it's audible for others.
I think audible to you.
Yeah. Okay. So here I will be I'll just like show the demo exactly what is this. Although it looks like a simple app, but it has like some sort of AI features which we have integrated. Okay. So the stack which we are using for this is we are using Next.js on the front end, and for ORM, like we are using Prisma, and for the database we are using Postgres, and for authentication we are using something called as Clerk, and for the features which we are building the automated features for like intelligent features using AI. We are using OpenAI GPT-4 LLM. Okay, so this is what the stack looks like. Okay, now the reason I'm putting the stack here is you should be aware like how this has been built, and I'll be showing the one part of the code. The part of the code which I'll be showing you is like how we are making the calls, right, to summarize or like do whatever you want. Okay, let me just quickly go ahead and show you the demo of it once again. I think it's present here. Oh, oops, my bad. Let me just
Yeah, like till Tajammul runs this code, I just wanted to cover like intelligent apps means, right. Basically, like anyone like knows what is intelligent apps. Any examples you can come across, right? Just to understand like what you know about the intelligent apps. Any examples you know? Okay, no, I think so. See, like as Samuel said, right? Intelligent apps is something like which leverages the AI and LLM concept, right? And basically, these apps are designed to perform tasks in a fashion that it requires like as human intelligence requires same efforts, right? Typically, like in the same way, it is like more automated and efficient manner. I think you are everyone knows that intelligent apps, but we need to like understand like in which areas we have. I think for virtual we use Siri, all those things, right? Those are all like those are also like intelligent apps. Okay, then we have a recommendation engines, right? Netflix, Amazon, those also uses these LLMs models and everything. And we have a health and fitness app, right? Basically in the iPhones everywhere we have, right, fitness app that tracks the diet and everything. Those are also like intelligent apps. Then we have a financial apps, right, like that will analyze the spendings. I think in the credit and the mint we see that the spending pattern, all those things, right? Those also comes under the intelligent apps, right? So these are the categories of like intelligent apps. We have a like virtual assistants also, like recommendation engines. YouTube, Instagram also uses the same patterns based on our search, right? They keep on giving the reels, shorts, whatever like we search, right? Basically that is also like intelligent apps, right? So these are the examples of an intelligent app. I think yeah, Tajamul, I think you can show.
yeah. Awesome. So yeah, this is the app which we have. It's like a sample app, a demo app, just to show how we can integrate. It's like although it's a small part, but I think this is a useful one. Now, what exactly this app does? Just I don't want it to I don't want to go complete technical about like building the complete technical app. I wanted to make sure whatever we are building that is like understandable for all, right? So what is the use of this app? This app is a very simple. It's like a journaling app. You can go on this app daily, right? And you can just like say how was your day and all those things, and based on your text it will summarize all the things. Okay, let me just quickly hit like get started here. Yeah, I have already logged in, that's the reason. Okay, I'll do one thing just to show you the complete flow. Let me sign out here. Yeah, let's do get started. Yeah, let's continue with Google, and let me log in with the other account. Okay, so we logged in as a Google, and you can see here we don't have any entries. So if I go to history, there's nothing present. One second. Yeah, so let's go ahead and add like a new entry. Okay, So now what is the idea about this complete app? Now on the right side, you can see analysis. It says like subject none, mood neutral, negative false, right? Whatever you're seeing at the right side, everything is built on the AI. So what exactly this does is you go and add your how it was, how your day was, and it will do the sentiment analysis. Okay, sentiment analysis was like how was your day, how is your mood, and all those things, and it will show you it here. Okay, let's I don't want to just like keep on thinking how my day was and write it here. Let's go ahead and quickly use some LLM to generate it. Okay, I'll just like use Claude to do it. I'll just like say Claude.ai and generate me a paragraph to test my journal app. Okay, yeah. So it gives like this is how you usually write. You write your journaling, right? So let me just use this and let's see what exactly this will give me. Okay. Okay. Now I have added it here. It will do a auto save. And if you see here, like there is a this thing I'm getting here. It makes a call to the OpenAI GPT, and here it gives me what kind of uh, experience I had, right? So if it is like yellow, it means like it was kind of okay, and I have like a subject as like daily experiences. Whatever I have written here, this is about daily experiences. And mood, it's neither sad like nor joy, it's a mixed feelings. That's the reason it's showing like mixed feelings. Now if you see, to do this earlier, just like imagine the era where we didn't have like a LLMs. People used to train their own models, machine learning models, and they used to do NLP and like what you call sentiment analysis based on that. We have like a problem usually in interviews. They ask you a problem called as a recommender engine, design a recommender engine. This is kind of quite common interview question, like especially if you're appearing for Amazon interviews and all those things. So sentiment analysis, recommender engine, these were kind of bigger problems. Since now we have a LLM, we don't have to write like a too much code for that. Whatever we need, we'll just write a prompt and we pass the actual sample data, and based on that it will give you the result, right? See, this automatically happened. We got like analysis, all this thing happened. Now let me just like try out with some other journal. Okay, I'll just like add like one more entry here. Okay, so here I'll say one second, give me one more, make it bigger, uh, and have happy tone, something like this. Okay, because I want to show you like a different kinds of tones which it gives us. So let's copy this again. Okay, let's go ahead and add it here. Now let's wait. It will make a API call again. You can see here like small this thing spinner. See, see, now it says a day full of positivity and surprises, joyfuls, negative, false. If negative is true, it means like we were sad. Okay, so if negative is false and mood is joyful, awesome. Now let's test that again with like a sad feeling. Okay, so let's go ahead and do like one more entry. I just want to show you because like there is like one more feature in this app. Give me one more entry. This time make it sad. I'm not sure. If you read this, today is one of those days seem to drag on endlessly. Each are heavier than the last. All right, you have like this, which is kind of by reading the first sentence, you feel okay. This is a sad one. That's fine. We want to test the app, right? Let me just copy this and put it here. And okay, yeah. Now you can see here it says a subject is feeling of loneliness and nostalgia. Fine, that's what we were expecting. And mood is sadness, right? Although we are not directly saying we were sad here, but it understands the sentiment by reading the complete paragraph, and it's like triggering this. Okay, and whether this was a negative experience, obviously it was a negative experience. That's the reason we were getting true, because we were sad, right? We were depressed, right? That's the thing why there is some issue here. I guess it's, yeah, at least it's appearing now. Okay, So this is how it's happening. Now, the good part about this is the actual part, which I think you should be interested is like how this is happening, because we have not configured this analysis, we have not configured the subjects, we have not configured the mood, right? We have not configured this negative flag as well. Although we have not configured anything from this right side, how this is happening? This is happening because we are leveraging GPT-4 and we are passing this data, and we have written like some prompts to and asking them to guess the subject mood and whether it was like a negative experience or a positive experience. So we have this part, and if you want to see all of your like, let's assume you have been journaling in this app for like a 1 week, right? And you want to see how your last week was, whether it was sad, depressed, or you were happy most of the time. We have something called as history here. We can go to history and you can see clearly here, okay, right? And my first thing was like I had like some sort of mixed feelings, then we had like this joyful feeling, again I had this sadness feeling, right? So then it's like a neutral, right? So we have this. So this is, now let's take a moment, and I just want to show you how exactly we are doing, right? How we are doing the sentiment analysis and all those things. Let me quickly go to the code. See, again, if there is a technical audience here, then that's fine. If there is a non-technical audience, I don't want to go, complete details of like what is the API and all those things. I'll just show you kind of a top level of the code, then we can continue the session. Okay, so let me, yeah. So here, so this is the app I was referring to. Voice, there is some issue with the voice. Wait a second. Let me check whether I can do something here. More preferences. Not sure what I can do here.
You are audible, Prof.
Okay. Okay.
Basically, like for like only like for Sheikh Rabbani, I think problem with his maybe system. For others, it is audible to him.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So whatever the code you're saying, this is the code for that particular app. Okay. And here you can see it's an XJS app. If you are like kind of familiar with the front end, then you should be able to understand this. It contains most of the TypeScript and JavaScript. So that's the whole idea about it. But I want to focus on like one part here. There is one file called as ai.ts, right? Now, if you see here, we are not doing like too much things here. I'm just like importing this OpenAI from this. I'm using something called as LangChain, right, to do this. And we have written like here, yeah, see, this is taking an entry, and we have like a function called as analyze entry. And if you see, although my key supports GPT-4, the model which we are using here is GPT 3.5. There are like a lot of models. Even we have like OpenAI as like one company, they have like a different models. So we have like GPT-4, GPT-4o, we have like GPT-3, 3.5, and all those things. So we have creating an instance of this OpenAI, then we're waiting for the this thing. Now, what exactly this does? Whatever you're writing here in the journal, this thing, this is getting treated as an entry. Okay, so this is getting treated as an entry, and we are passing that entry here. You can just like say we are doing like model.call. Now, what is this model again? It's just like an instance of OpenAI. Now, OpenAI, I'm importing it like from this LangChain library. Okay, very simple stuff. I have written like only one function to do it, and there is like this other stuff, right? And this will give you the complete what you call the complete analysis of it, right? And to analyze this thing, where is that? Yeah, right. I have written like one more function here to get the prompt. Now, what exactly it does is we have written like a what you call prompt here. We have written a prompt here. If you see, read the prompt, it says analyze the following journal entry, follow the instructions, and format your response to the matched of this thing. Okay. Now we have like some format instructions which we are passing, right? So you can like see this is the format instructions which we are passing here. Okay. And we are telling use this format instructions to analyze our entry. So what that does is that will give you in this proper format the subject, mood, and negative, you'll get it. Okay. So only these three functions I have written just to analyze the complete thing. If you didn't have like LLM to do this, you would have to do like a lot of stuff. You have to write like a complete backend system which does this. You have to get like a rating for loneliness, rating for sad, rating for happy, and then you need to plot it based on that, right? Using LLMs makes our job easy. And when I say you can build intelligent features in your app, this is what I meant. Okay. So does anyone has like any questions regarding this? So one question I can see here from Humera is this an Android-based platform? No, this is not Android-based. This is a web-based platform. It's a web app which is present here. Okay, any questions with this thing, with the app or like the implementation?
Yeah, is this the input that we are giving to this model? Like, is this avoiding those trailing spaces and characters like that?
Which one?
In the prompt that you are giving the
Hmm.
output. So I just ask.
This one.
No, I got the question. No, yeah. So basically, the LLM, the which we're using, right? The Chat GPT thing, right? The
Mhm,
Open API that will automatically format the whatever the input you have given. It will go through the each word,
mhm.
analyze that one, and it will give the output. That output we are formatting and we are showing here.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
Just basically like how you type in the Chat GPT, right? Basically, the Chat
Yes.
GPT type, right?
Mhm,
Uh, think going go on. Yeah. So in the chat GPT will try it. Whatever the code snippet you give, whichever
mhm.
one the
Yeah.
format, right? Maybe have white spaces, comma, missing comma, maybe bug is there in
Yes.
that. Maybe you're missing something, you're not written properly also. It will
Mhm.
format and give you proper code snippet, right? So the
Yes.
similar way, the way whatever you give the journal story, right? It
Mhm,
will analyze and it will understand, and based on his understanding, right? LLM, the way was trained on the data sets, it will
mhm.
give you the output. If it is grammatically incorrect, also it will
Incorrect.
analyze it. It will try to analyze that
Okay.
one because it was trained, right?
Mhm.
LLMs are
Yeah.
like that's why we call large, right?
The large. Yes. Right. Exactly. Okay.
So yeah,
Got it. Mhm.
So there is like one more question from Humera, like what are the languages you use to prepare this app? I think I have added this here, this
yeah. I
part.
think
Yeah.
to the slide that screen stack. So basically, we have used JavaScript, like framework like Next.js, then
CSS,
Prisma.
HTML, all those things will come in.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Prisma is there, and Postgres is like basically the database. We have SQL, Postgres SQL, I think that one. And as Tajamul explained, OpenAI is there. The GPT was 4.0, which I added in the slide, but yeah, we're using 3.4 by that version, and Clerk is there. So this is the like stack which we are using for this application.
Okay. So Riaz has like one more question. What is the practical usage of these kind of mood analyzer? Okay. So there is, okay. So oh, is that API call free? Yeah, API call is free if you're using a 3.5. If you're using 4 or 4.0, there is like a limit. Okay, so you need to pay for that. But like for 3.5, whatever I am using here, that you'll have like a significant amount of quota for that. And you can literally generate the API key by going to OpenAI website.
Mm. And the practical use, just we have built this one to make an interesting the session that people were like with a different kind of a mindset, right? Yesterday was he was happy and today is sad. So in the these kind of intelligent apps we can build in for the for example in the medical science we can use, right? That's like just you guys can see the screen or not? You guys can
Yes.
see, right?
Yes. Yes. We are able to see.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, basically Tajammul system got like powered off. Just I'm sharing the screen.
Okay.
Let me know once you see the screen.
Mhm.
Hope you can see the screen, right?
Yes. So I just want to ask one more question. Like
Mm-hmm.
we are using backend in the database like PostgreSQL. So
Mm-hmm.
like it's a good idea to store those text-based statements in the SQL database, or like do we have any
No,
other
see, this is
option?
an just an kind of a like project which we wanted to show, and we are storing in a database.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends what you are storing. If you're storing the medical data, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I was answering one question, so suddenly like Tajammul screen stopped. So someone asked, right, what is the use of this kind of application? Assume that assume that the person is suffer from the heart attack. He has an ECG record, okay, last 6 months record, okay, and today he go for an again ECG and he will get the ECG scan report, correct? When these kind of data we give to these LLMs, right, it will analyze and it will give you the proper history of a patient, that before 6 months what is his heartbeat, how was his heart functionalities, correct, what is the ECG was there, and today how,
Mm-hmm.
even summary, right? So these kind of applications we can build, not only like these kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what like, yeah. And again, these kind of data, it depends what kind of, if you're building a security kind of an application, yeah, data we will be stored, but it will be like more way of like we have like followed some privacy policies, correct? It will be not like kind of available for everyone. As similar to that, we maintain medical data or call center data, correct, or some security data. So that comes under that perspective. But yeah, you develop any kind of an application, you need to have a data, then only we can train the models, right? These models are trained already, they have trained on these kind of data, that's why they are able to give the output. But these, whatever these models give the output rate, that is not accurate, 100% accurate, correct? That's come to the next. Any questions regarding this?
Yeah, Salman, one quick question. So you mentioned all these models are trained, right?
Mhm.
Uh, so that means there is a cutoff date when that model was trained. So suppose if I want to get a real-time data from these models, are
Hmm.
there any tools that we need to use on top of the GPTs?
No,
I can I can answer this.
yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So yeah, that's correct. So most of the time, what happens is when this like they depends on like data, the data will be old. But we have like few things which are coming up. Like if you see, there are like a lot of new stuff. Like if you are aware of Perplexity, which does the same thing which you are telling, right? Instead of using GPT, you can either use like Perplexity key to that will help you to actually browse the web and get the latest data, right? And we even have something called a search by GPT, which they are launching, which is like kind of search engine, right? We can even like use that. And we have like techniques in when you're like building using LLMs, we have techniques such as RAG and all those things. You can use it. Again, we don't want to go there because we wanted to just like keep it focused on like only how we can build this thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
that's fine. This is really helpful. The demo that you presented really helpful. I'm just asking out of
Yeah, yeah,
curiosity if I want to pull some
that's a
real
valid
time,
question. Yeah,
like stock data or something, which we need a real data, right? Real time data.
right,
So
agree.
Perplexity is a free API.
Yeah,
I think.
they have like this free quota. To be honest, I haven't used their API. I have used their like app. I have not used their API yet. But like they do have API.
Okay.
Is there?
Okay. And is there any limitation on using these prompts? Like we are using the prompts for these models, right? And it will get back with a response. So if we use the advanced model 4.0 or something like,
Yeah, I
will
think
they?
they have some free quota also, right? Once you exhaust the free quota, if you want the LLM, like these LLMs should be fast and accurate and more in a fashion, right? You need to purchase the subscriptions.
Yeah, in addition to that, every model has its something called as context window. I think I'm not sure whether you're aware of it or not. But like for example, let's take GPT-3. It has like context window around like 32K or 16K. When we say 16K context window, it means like one letter has like some tokens, and you can just like pass at one time. So you can pass like the 16,000 K tokens worth of only text. right? And if you try to pass more, that actually fails. Now, if you see the latest models, GPT-4, they have like 32,000 context window. So if you want to build like an app, for example, let's assume there are like lot of tools which actually reads the complete code and gives you the analysis of it, right? But that doesn't happen if the code base is very long. For that, again, you have to split your prompt into multiple things, so you're like not hitting the limit of that particular context window of that particular model, right? And there is this latest model which I was just like giving a demo, that is Claude. They have this something called a Sonnet, the new model, which has like a good amount of context window. Again, I am not sure about the details, but you can check that. That is like by Anthropic. That's like not by OpenAI.
Okay. Okay, got it. And it will be helpful if you could, just compare different AI models that we have.
Yeah,
We have
we do have a plan to conduct a webinar on that. We wanted to keep this like focused on this application level, but we can go with like that, like in probably some other webinar.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Really
no problem.
appreciate it.
Okay, so these are the like we have seen the advantages or the way of using LLMs, right? So we have some of the like concerns are too, right? Some of the challenges are also there, right? Ethical concerns are there, and integration complexities are there, right? And some of the resource intensive, like as Tajammul answered, right? We need to train these LLMs on a large data set, right? So LLMs mean that one, right? Large language model. So that we need to train this one on a, if you're making an own LLM or some kind of a thing, right? That time we need to train on a large data set. That is the resource intensive. And integration complexities, yeah, we do have integration complexities when we are building some of the like intelligent apps, like in coming to the perspective of like medical application or some kind of e-commerce application, right? We have some integration complexity. It is not like it is a very easy kind of a thing that you can easily like integrate. Yeah, but yeah, that is also is there. So these are some of the challenges also available for these kind of LLMs. But yeah, apart from the challenges, uh, we can use in today's web application to make it more intelligent apps compared to like what we are doing in Web 2.0, right?
Yeah, one more point in addition to this, one more point I would like to add here is, see, whenever you're building apps using LLMs, if you want to build features which involves LLM, then you can build like amazing features if it involves text. But if you're trying to do some sort of if you're trying to generate some sort of specific thing, then that would be hard. The reason being, I'll give you one example. Like one part of our application where I'm working in, we have something called as Open API spec generator, right? Where we use LLM to extract the Open API spec. Open API spec is a Swagger file. Again, this is a bit technical, but if there are technical people here, they'll understand it. I just want to put out here. So we read the code and we try to generate like a Swagger file, Open API spec, and we were using LLMs earlier. The problem with that is they are not always right? Whatever the endpoints we have in the code, we usually get like, we'll not get like all the endpoints, or like we usually get like wrong endpoints. That keeps on happening, right? So we need to be kind of aware of it. So how we call it as something called as hallucinations in LLMs. So LLM hallucinates, right? Even if you're asking him what is like 1 + 1, it says 3, right? You need to keep on repeating to get the right answer. So there is something, this thing you need to be very aware of when you're building, when you're using LLMs to build the apps, right? Yeah, that's like one more part. It's like not straightforward, okay, just like ask the prompt, we get the answer. But there are like a lot of challenges around it whenever you're using LLMs to build the apps. Yes, Salman, go ahead.
So coming to this one, like whatever we showed the right, this is a web development. This web development in the web, basically that is a web app what Jamul showed, the Mood Journal application, intelligent app. Same app we have built using the stack we have used, right? We have explained you the stack also. Similarly, we are as we are working on these kind of an intelligent apps using the LLMs and AI, everything. So we thought of doing one course on these AI and LLMs, right? How to leverage this AI and LLM in the front end development. So that's why we are about to launch a new course. From tomorrow, we are launching this new course, AI powered front end development course. So it's completely on web app, how to build a web app from the scratch. From, if you don't know, coding, but you have a zeal to learn the how to like code, then we're starting from the scratch, and we're from there to we are building till the app which we demoed, right, intelligent app. Till that level, we are training from the scratch, step by step. HTML, CSS, JS, React JS, Next.js, right? Then what is AI? What is LLM? Basics of AI and LLM. Then how to integrate those AI LLMs in the web application, and how to make that one like more attractive, right? All those things we are like doing in this course. Complete, this is a complete course, AI powered front end development. Before this one, if you have a doubt, right, before this, yeah, we have done the courses, we have trained the on web development, back end development, front end development, full stack development. Just a little bit about like who like what we did till now, right? So we have something called access as an initiative that is started in 2019. So I think till now we have trained more than 500 plus candidates all over the India, not only from the Bangalore or Hyderabad or something. Many from different colleges, from Aligarh Muslim University, Jamia Millia Islamia, Bangalore, whatever the engineering colleges are there, BSc colleges are there, right? Different colleges all over the India. We have trained more than 500 candidates in web development, basically. Then we have conducted 20 plus offline and online workshops. In MFRD, we have done some of the online workshops. In MFRD, we have done some of the offline workshops. And apart from MFRD, in colleges we went, right? We have also there trained the many candidates, Gosia College, HKBK, many colleges. We have went and trained many students on different things like front end development, back end development, full stack development, Java, then UI UX also, right? There also have trained the candidates. This is like around 15 cohorts we have run on these kind of webinars. Then our students, like who are we trained, right? Who all we trained, they are all working in these kind of companies. So basically, we are helping the Type 2 and Type 3 college students who are from rural background. They don't know like how to focus on their career building. Instead of like apart from the syllabus, whatever the engineering syllabus or BCA syllabus, whatever they have, they need to aware of these kind of technologies, terminologies, tools to build their career, to learn the development. So once we train, right, we have with our network with the like we have Saif sir also, right? He's working in IBM, so we get a network, right? So we have trained and helped the student to get placed in these companies, Lenovo, Daimler,
क्या बोले?
Mercedes-Benz, Retail Insights, Public Sapient, Cognizant, Edureka, Simple Learn, Infosys, Concentrix, Sira Group. All these companies, our students are working, and uh, they are doing very good and great there. They are also like working on, some of them are AI and LLMs also. So this is like what we do in Access. Basically, apart from our full-time job, in the weekends we conduct batches, especially for the students to help to learn the coding, and basically we help them to land their first job also in a such a way that they are interview ready with learning all the basics concepts, and building their resumes, portfolios, and everything. So that's what like yeah, that's what we do in Access. And yeah, we are not kind of a consultancy company or some companies like who will make the job guarantee, right? We'll take money and we'll tell that okay, 100% will give. No. We train the candidates in a such a way that they are interview ready. They're capable to crack the interviews. We usually hear, right, that people used to say that I completed a degree, I am not getting the job. Why you are not getting the job? The problem is we don't have a skills. We usually say, right, if there is a skills there is a way, right? Where there is a skill there is a way. Similarly, if you have those skills and capabilities to crack the interview, right, definitely you can easily get the jobs. So that's what we are solving, like we are making the students to learn, yeah, to understand the technologies, developments, and everything. Yeah, our profile and everything is there. If you have any questions, you can ask about the course and anything. This is mine and Tajammul contact details, and this is an Access website where we do training program. And if anyone interested to join the course, this course, there is a link. Tajammul, can you just paste that link here in the chat?
Yeah, I'm on phone. I can't.
Okay, just I will only do.
Yeah.
So anyone interested to learn, right? They can, and anyone in your contacts, maybe like it is not for the graduates, it is for the students, especially the second year, third year students, right? They have much time to. I think I can change the to everyone. Yeah, just share. the link now. So anyone like newbies, like they wanted to learn the coding, second year, third year engineering students, or graduates who wanted to shape their career in the development, or anyone who wanted to switch to development, right? They all can just reach out to me or Tajammul or like Saif or anyone. This is completely online course. It is on weekends, completely online course on the weekends from morning 8 to 11. And each session will be recorded, and we'll give assignments also. And we have some of the expert talks also, right? We have some of the people who are in industry for more than decade. So we call them to come and give in some enlightenment talks regarding the technologies, job preparations, and everything. So for more details, right, about the course and the fees and everything, for the students, we have a discount also if they need to show the ID card and everything. Everything you guys can reach out to us. Uh, we will be like doing the cost for this course is like very huge in the market, but yeah, we are doing at very like kind of a less price, to be honest, so that everyone can benefit it. Just not a financial perspective, that it is to make especially like our community people to be in the IT. Is there any course duration? Yeah, we have 3 months. Just open the form, okay? You will get to know everything. I think, yeah, you can reach out to mobile number. Anyone have any questions? You can ask and you can reach out to me or Tajammul. I think that's it, right? Tajammul, you want to add anything?
I can add. So, how does it help for a person having maybe around 10 years of experience, like into different domains, like testing? So, I am from testing background, so I was in this testing, so I just joined. Uh, so,
Okay, so in a testing background, right? See, if you wanted to switch to the development, and if you, I think if you're in testing background, also you write some automations, test cases, and everything, right? You also aware of some coding knowledge, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it is like this course is for not for everyone, like who are in different domain, they need to join or something. But yeah, who wanted to learn development, who wanted to switch to development, or wanted to learn about the AI and LLMs thing, right? They can.
okay,
You have
okay,
any plans to switch to the development?
yeah,
Then if you have any plans to like do some kind of an learning in the testing only, right? You wanted to use in the testing also we use LLM, right? Some test TMS tool is there for automation process. That one, that is also LLM tool. If you are aware, I don't know if you are aware of that one or not.
yeah, ALM, right, from HP, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have used it long back, but what sort of automation will be there?
Like QA automation process, you can enhance that process, pipelines and everything.
Right, yeah.
So, like we can LLMs we can use in multiple things, okay, to build the intelligent apps and everything. But this course is for who just wanted to switch the career to the development, or who the students who wanted to learn, or anyone who wanted to switch their career from different domain to the development, they can join and learn.
Yeah, will this also help for a person who's having like more experience? Now want to switch, so like that I'm saying. For a fresher, yeah, definitely it will be useful. But for a person who's already in the industry and now wants to switch to a different domain,
How many years of experience do you have?
one second.
Sorry.
Yeah,
No, how many years of experience you
10,
have?
10 years, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Okay. Yeah. So okay, I'll tell you like what exactly we have seen by training this 500 people. Okay, so whatever the students we have trained, so those students like our students like from Access, those
Yeah.
were from college as well, and there were like a lot of people who have switched the careers as well. And there is like this one person which I come which comes to my mind is he was working in a Wipro in a support this thing in a support division, and he did the course, and he started to work in a startup. He already had like experience about like 3 to 4 years, and after that now he's working in Mercedes Benz, Daimler or Mercedes Benz. So the career shift happens. The only thing is the only thing which I'm not kind of completely sure about is whatever the experience you're carrying, it depends upon you whether that experience you're able to show as development or not, right? Because that completely depends upon the work. Because I have even like seen in my team who was a tester earlier. They have experience around like 4 or 5 years of testing experience, and they have switched to development, and they're doing perfectly fine, right? So you can transition. That's for sure. You can transition, but it's up to you how you will be conveying that experience in your resume and during the interviews. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, okay, Tajammul bhai. Maybe I can connect with you and Salman bhai, but
Yeah, sure,
yeah,
sure. Yeah, you can give us a call.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think we can wrap the session if no one has any doubts. Feel free
Yeah.
to reach out to me at Tajammul, and the form link also have shared. Anyone in your contacts who wanted to learn the development, students, or anyone wanted to shift their career, that one. And yeah, we are not giving 100% job guarantee or something, but we are there to help them to learn the development. We'll make them interview ready, and we will help them to reach out to the connections. So this is just an highlighting at the end. So anyone just can reach out to me at the gym or Saif sir also. Uh, Thank you, Jazakallah everyone. Thanks for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, Salman and Tajammul. It's really a great session.
Thanks Jafar bhai. Jazakallah.
Thanks everyone for joining the session, and Jazakumullah khair, Salman bhai, Tajammul bhai, for a very interesting and informative session. So inshallah,
Thanks.
we'll keep on having further sessions in future, inshallah. So with this, we close this session today. Assalamu alaikum.
Sure, sir. Jazakallah, sir.